Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. No issues whatsoever, right? Everything is fine. There's no issues with the audio or the video, right, guys? Good. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, how are you? How is everybody? Is everybody all right? Is everybody fine? Everything is fine. No issues with anything, right? Awesome. So, did you guys had a good day? Okay, first of all, my major question right now. Okay, a very important question. Did you guys had a very productive day, a day wherein you were able to learn something new? You were able to at least start some learning something, or you guys were in the mood of like it today. Let's take this as a fresh start. Okay, let's focus upon our careers. Right now is the time, and let's learn something new. Okay, that is going to help us in achieving a good job, a good part-time income, or something like that. Okay, so the point being, every day is a new day. Every day, whatever happens in your life, try to make it productive. That is the only thing that is important for you guys as well. Okay, good guys, amazing. So the next thing that is there is many of you guys might not be able to attend the yesterday's class. I got a lot of messages from students saying that they were not able to attend the yesterday's class due to some reason. So no issues in that. Take this class as a fresh start. Okay, I'm not going to repeat anything from the previous class, but take this as a fresh start of this particular boot camp. Okay, so new day, new beginning, like Ankit Jha just said in the live chat. That's good, Ankit. So could you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class, guys? Could you guys let me know what have we studied in our previous class? Yesterday there were some issues with the internet. Today there will be no issues whatsoever. Okay, so just focus upon learning what we are here to do at the end of the day. Okay, so can you guys let me know what have we learned in our yesterday's class, guys? Web development intro. 4 pillars of web development. So can you guys let me know what are the 4 pillars of web development, guys? What are the 4 pillars of web development? Can somebody let me know? Okay, so front end, back end, cloud computing, and DevOps. Thank you so much, Jeffrey Joseph, for answering that question. So yesterday we discussed about the 4 pillars of web development: the front end, the back end, then you are having cloud computing and DevOps. Those were not present in yesterday's class. Do not worry, the video is still there. You can watch it and learn about it. Okay. In today's class, our main goal will be first to understand what is React.js, why it's so important. Okay, what is its use, which companies are using it, why am I saying that you should be learning React.js as the front end framework? What is a framework? Why is it called as JavaScript library? And from today itself we'll start with our programming in React.js as well. Okay, so that is our aim. First of all, a little bit of theory. Okay, once the theory has been completed, then we'll start off with our hands-on. Again, like I said, hands-on programming. First, we'll try to learn JavaScript. Okay, that will be our aim. Okay, we'll try to understand the basics of JavaScript from today onwards. So 2 days will be spent on understanding JavaScript. So let's start with JavaScript directly. Why do waste our time? Okay, that would be my suggestion. But that would be my suggestion. Let's not waste any time. Let's start directly with JavaScript itself. Let's try to learn JavaScript, the basics of JavaScript first of all, because React.js is basically dependent, as the name suggests, React.js, React JavaScript. So that is basically dependent upon JavaScript itself. So let's first learn JavaScript. Once we have completed learning the basics of JavaScript itself, then we will proceed further with React.js, understanding what is React.js, why do we require to learn React.js, and learning React.js as well, because why the fuck are we here? We are here to learn JavaScript as well as React.js, right, guys? Okay, so let's get started with that. Now, please try to understand this. Why JavaScript? Okay, JavaScript is so the latest polls of what is the most used programming language. Okay, what is the most required programming language in the industry, what has the most number of job opportunities, what has the highest amount of money that you can make out of a programming language in the entire world. At number one position is JavaScript. The most used programming language in the world, JavaScript. The most income that you can source off, that is the most number of jobs available, as well as higher paying jobs are available in JavaScript itself. At the second position is Python. Okay, Python is another programming language that is out there, and at the second position it is Python. Java comes at the fourth position right now. Okay, Java, okay, comes at the fourth position. Now, many of you guys must have heard about this term Java. Please do let me know. Many of you guys must have heard about this term Java, right? Please do let me know, guys. And you guys must be for freshers, of course. See, guys, in this bootcamp, you need not know anything about programming. Okay, I will be teaching you programming from the utmost basics. But these terms keep on popping up, right? And many of you guys must be very confused that, okay, Java, JavaScript. Is there some correlation between the two? Are they related to each other? They sound related to each other. It sounds as if both of them are brothers and sisters, but that is far from true, guys. Far from true. Java and JavaScript have no relationship between each other. Please try to understand it, guys. They have no relationship between each other, guys. The similarity between JavaScript and Java is as similar to each other as apple and pineapple are. Apple and pineapple both are fruits, except that there is nothing similar between them. Similar to that, Java and JavaScript is also very, like, it's a programming language, of course, but they are not related to each other. Same like car and carpet. Okay, the only relationship between car and carpet is the spelling, that is CAR. Okay, that's it. Both are different. There is no relationship. It's not dependent upon each other. It's not as if first you have to learn Java and then JavaScript. It's nothing like that. Okay, so you forget all your inhibitions, all your thinkings that I need to know programming to start learning. In these 7 days, I'll be teaching you guys JavaScript, React.JS. Will be doing a project, will be making sure that that project lands on your resume, and will be giving you guys certificates as well that you will be putting on your resume as well. Okay, so do not worry about it. They have no relationships with each other. Keeping that in mind, let's start with our today's class. Please let me know. Okay, many of you guys are asking then why is it called as JavaScript? So basically, initially JavaScript, the original name of JavaScript was LiveScript. Okay, the original name of JavaScript was LiveScript, guys. Okay, but nobody was using it. Okay, nobody was using it. Why? Every day a new programming language is created. Why would somebody use it? At that point of time, back in 2000s, okay, I'm talking about 2000s, 23 years before today. Okay, at that point of time, guys, the most used and the most in-demand programming language 23 years ago was Java. So it was just a marketing tactic. Okay, just like we were confused that whether there is a relationship between Java and JavaScript, they slightly renamed their programming language from LiveScript to JavaScript, and they released it out in the public. Okay, and the public ate it up. The public was like, there must be some relationship between Java and JavaScript, and they started learning it. They started using it in their projects. Right now, JavaScript is the most used, the most in-demand programming language that has even crossed Java. So this marketing tactic actually worked for us. Now, Java is known by various different names. LiveScript was its original name. JavaScript, Microsoft calls it as JScript. Okay, you are having something called as ECMAScript or ES6, ES7. Okay, these are all different names given to JavaScript. Okay, just different names. Just like when you are in college, one of your friend must be calling you by your name. The other one must be calling you by your nickname. The third one will be calling you by some abusive, very innovative, abusive language name itself. So all these different things are out there. Okay, our concern is to learn JavaScript. Please try to understand it. Any new technology that comes into the market, if it is not in use by big companies, do not learn that. Do not learn that. Okay, if nobody is using it in the industry, there's no demand for it in the industry, it's just a new technology. It will take at least 20 more years for it to catch up on. Okay, so let's get started with today's class, guys. Let's get started with today's class. JavaScript and TypeScript are not similar to each other. TypeScript, try to understand it, is not adopted by companies. Okay, for example, if I am a person who has been hired by Google. Understand this. I am working with more than thousands of developers in Google all the time. Now, these guys work in JavaScript. Their entire products. Okay, now please understand it. You make projects. Okay, you make very small projects in companies, just like a platform like YouTube is not a small project. It has millions and billions of lines of code that has been coded over a span of more than 10 years. No company is going to close everything down and tell that now we are going to write all those billions lines of code that more than thousands of developers have written over the past 10 years, and we are going to rewrite that into a new programming language. These guys are going to continue using JavaScript itself to make sure that that product always works. One of the best part about JavaScript is that you will always hear that about software engineers. If it works, do not touch it. Okay, if it works, if something works in software engineering, we don't touch it. Okay, so now guys, let's start our today's class. Okay, so many people are asking about the DevOps class. The DevOps class has already been scheduled for 6 o'clock. I think so. You should have seen it. Okay, so let's get started with that, guys. Now, the first particular thing I want you guys to remember, why we are learning JavaScript just for the first 2 days. When we are initially learning JavaScript, you will be requiring a laptop. Okay, just for the 2 days. After that, it is my promise. Okay, it is my promise that even if you don't have a laptop, you can make the entire project from your mobile phone as well. You can learn React.JS from your mobile phone as well. For the first 2 days, if you don't have a laptop, no issues in that. Take a notebook and a pen. Whatever I'm teaching out here, try to write it down. Try to make your own notes. Just for the 2 days, those who don't have a laptop, no issues in that. For the first 2 days, take down a notebook and a pen and try to write notes as much as possible. If you don't have a laptop, just for the first 2 days. After that, it is my promise, even if you don't have a laptop, you will be able to practice everything that I'm teaching. Okay, guys? Good. So let's get started with that, guys. Basics itself. Okay. No, I will not be talking in Hindi, of course. The only prerequisite for this bootcamp is that you should be able to understand my English. Okay, good. So let's get started right away. Again, guys, please do not code along with me. That is also one of the major requirements. Okay, please do not code along with me. The reason for that is very simple. If you are coding along with me, you are not actually listening to me at all times. And if you are not actually listening to me at all times, you will not be able to understand what I have done. Okay. What I have done, you will not be able to understand it. So please make sure that you are listening to me at all times. Do not code along with me. Okay, so let's get started right away, guys. Today's class will be of 90 minutes long. So keep that in mind. Okay, so let's get started. Let me open up any website. Okay, you can open up any website. Once you have opened up a website, I want you guys to do a right click on the website. Okay. Please, again, you do not have to code along with me. Do not code along with me. Okay, just listen to me very carefully. So open up any website that you like. I'm just opened up Google right over here, the default website itself. I'm going to do a right click anywhere on my page, anywhere, and then select the inspect option. Select the inspect option. This will open up the developer console right over here. As you guys are able to see right over here, guys, this is called as the developer console. Now, as a normal user, as you guys are going on different websites and using Netflix, Instagram, or something like that, you guys are not actually utilizing this particular area. You're using the website. This is called as a developer's console. Okay, this is made for developers. Okay, that is us that are going to do your coding right over here. Okay, so inside of that, as you're able to see, there are a lot of different options available. Okay, you're having console, you're having elements, sources, network, you are having performance, memory, application, security, lighthouse, recorder, performance insights. So many different options available right over here. I want you guys to select the console option. Okay, I want you guys to select the console option. This is the place where we will be initially, again a term, initially practicing and learning some basics of JavaScript, guys. Okay, so again, a thumb rule for programmers. Okay, whenever as a programmer we are starting to learn any programming language, we write hello world in that particular language. So many of you guys are Indians, many of you guys are from outside India as well. So similar for Indians that are there inside of India, we feel that it is very auspicious for us to eat curd and sugar before doing anything new. Okay, similar to that for programmers as well, we feel that it is very auspicious for us to write, okay, hello world in a new programming language that we are learning. So the first thing that we are going to do right over here is to learn how to write hello world inside of JavaScript. So right now, the place where we are writing our code is called as the console, guys. Okay, the place that we are writing our code is called as the console. So first of all, I want to print hello world inside of my console itself. I want to print hello world inside of my console. So what you're going to do is console. Okay, I'm just going to write console right over here. Now, what do you understand by the term? Now, whenever I'm asking you about a term, like I said, I don't think that you guys know programming. So whenever I ask you the meaning of a term, tell me in normal English, what do you understand by the term log? Not in mathematics, not in programming. What do you understand by log or log in normal English, guys? Could you guys let me know? Could you guys let me know what do you understand by the term log in normal English? Not related to mathematics, not related to programming as well. Okay, so somebody is saying to record something, to put something inside of the journal. Would somebody is saying, a lot of people are saying would and like recording something. Okay, so what do you understand? If I'm telling you a particular sentence, okay, I'm logging down all your performance in this notebook. I'm creating a log of your entry and exit. Okay, all this basically means that log basically means to record something, to write something down. That is one of the meanings of the term log. Right now, I want to record hello world inside of our console. Inside of our console, I want to log hello world out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is console.log, and then in parentheses, I'm going to write hello world and then semicolon at the very end. Okay, the text that I want to log out is hello world. The text that I want to log out is hello world. Okay, so inside of the console, I want to log the term hello world right over here, and then I'm having a semicolon at the end. Now in English, whenever you decide to put up a full stop, okay, whenever your sentence is over, you provide a full stop. Similar to that, inside of JavaScript, okay, inside of this particular programming language itself, whenever you are ending a programming sentence, you put a semicolon at the end. Okay, you put up a semicolon at the end itself. So now when I'm pressing enter after writing this statement, if I press enter right over here, as you're able to see, hello world is being logged out inside of my console. Are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand what I've done right over here, guys? Please do let me know. Now, always remember one thing. So for example, if I give you a novel, okay, if I give you one sentence without any punctuation marks, one sentence in normal English, I give you one sentence without any punctuation marks, no comma, no full stop, no exclamation mark, no question mark, most probably you will be able to understand its meaning, right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Most probably you will be able to understand the meaning of that sentence. Please do let me know, guys. But if I'm giving you a novel, like a 1,000-2,000 page novel, okay, written in English without any punctuation marks, nothing, okay, without any spaces as well, no punctuation mark, nothing. If I give you that right over there, the chances that you might not be able to understand some of the parts of the novel is very high, right? Please let me know. The chance of you being able to understand some parts of that novel will be very high, right? Similar to that in JavaScript as well. If I write the exact same line without the semicolon, right over here, guys, as you are able to see, if I write the exact same line without the semicolon and I press enter right over here, it is still working. Okay, it is still working. Okay, there's no issues. There's no issues that you're facing right over here. But a good thumb rule is to always write semicolon at the end of your programming sentence in JavaScript. Because when you are writing code in JavaScript, you won't be writing just 1 or 2 lines of code. You will be writing thousands and 10,000s and lakhs of lines of code every single day. And in that particular case, if you're not putting up the semicolon at the end, the chance of you and your code not working properly and the chance of you scratching your heads what went wrong with your code is very high. So always remember one thing, guys. The good thumb rule is to always put semicolon at the end of your programming sentence. It will work without the semicolon as well. But when you're writing a lot of code, it might show you some random errors that you're not able to deal with. So always remember one thing, no matter what happens inside of JavaScript, always put up your semicolon at the end, guys. Okay, the next particular word that I want you to tell me the meaning of in normal English is alert. What do you mean by the term alert in normal English, guys? Please do let me know. For those guys who haven't registered for this bootcamp, no issues in that. Please attend the bootcamp properly. Okay, whenever I will be taking the attendance, fill out the attendance. We'll take that as your registration itself. So do not worry about it. So what is the term of meaning of the term alert in normal English? Somebody is saying warning, somebody is saying to notify, somebody is saying attention. Okay, somebody is saying to notify again, warn, notify. Then I'm able to see activate, alarm. Okay, good. Warning, buffering. Okay, buffering. Okay, so alert basically tells a warning or a notification itself. So whenever you're using your phone or your website itself, you get your pop-ups, right? Some notification that is coming up right over there asking that, okay, this particular website is going to do this to you, click OK right over here, and so on and so forth. Similar to that, you can create those kind of warnings and notifications using JavaScript, using the term alert. Okay, using the term alert itself. So if you're writing alert right over here, ALERT, alert, and then in parentheses I'm putting this message, hello, how are you? I'm creating an alert right over here, guys. Okay, or I will write welcome to DevTown. Hello, welcome to DevTown. Okay, so I'm creating this alert right over here. Okay, so you are getting an alert. Okay, again, an alert basically means a warning, a notification itself with a message that is hello, welcome to DevTown. So again, semicolon, very important. Please, Mohammed, you have missed the semicolon. Put up the semicolon right over here. Okay, so as soon as I'm pressing enter right over here, you guys are able to see that I'm getting a notification, I'm getting a warning, I'm getting an alert that is saying Chrome new tab page says hello, welcome to DevTown. Are you guys able to see this alert, guys? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to see this alert? Please do let me know, guys. Good. So now if you press this OK right over here, that's done, right? That's done. Nothing. A simple alert, a simple notification for your user. Okay, but sometimes you want to take an input from the user as well, right? Sometimes you want to know what is the name of this user who is coming to my website, right? Why am I coming to this particular website itself, right, guys? Please let me know. You want to know who is coming to your website, what is the name of that user, what is his age, all this input you want. Okay, all this input you want from the user itself, right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. So for that as well, you have something called as prompt. Okay, so what do you understand by the meaning of the term prompt in normal English, guys? Could you guys let me know? What do you understand by the meaning of the term prompt in normal English? Could you guys let me know? So if I say something like this, I'm prompting someone to speak up. I'm prompting someone. Okay, I'm poking someone, basically to poke somebody, to ask somebody. I'm prompting them to go and speak to the teacher. Okay, so the same thing we want to do right over here. We want to prompt the user to provide us some input. So right over here, I will create a prompt. I'm so sorry. Prompt, and then what is your name? Okay, so many of you guys must have seen that reel or that joke of what is your name, Ezekiel, and then Tony. And so okay, it's fine. So right over here, guys, a prompt, what is your name? So I'm going to ask, I'm going to trigger, exactly, Ambrose, thank you so much. I'm going to trigger the user into providing me his name. So as soon as I'm pressing enter, right over here, I'm getting what is your name. Okay, I'm asking the user what is your name, but this time, unlike alert, in alert you just were able to show a message of warning itself. That's it. Here the user can provide you with some details as well. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. So right over here, if I press my name, that is Shaurya Sinha, I'm entering my name inside of that input field. I'm pressing OK right over here. As you're able to see, that input, whatever the user gave, is coming up inside of my console itself. I'm able to see whatever the user gave an input as inside of my console itself. Am I so? But the point is that the user gave. So yes, we learned about prompt, we learned about alert. Now I can take an input from the user as well. But how can I use this input? I want to use this input. I want to showcase a message to the user saying, hi Shaurya, how are you? Or hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. A personalized. I want to first take in his name, and then I want to create a personalized message, a personalized notification for the user. Hi Shaurya Sinha, welcome to DevTown, right? I want to utilize, right now I'm able to see this name inside of the console, but I'm not able to utilize it further. Okay, now please try to understand it that every single, so different kinds of data you are able to see all around you. For example, if I'm writing 3 plus 4, okay, you're getting 7. I'm writing 3.5 plus 4.23, I'm getting 7.373. If I'm doing is 3 greater than 4, okay, I'm getting answer as false. I'm saying 4 greater than or equal to 3, I'm getting an answer as true. Okay, so you are able to see different kinds of data around you, right? For example, this data, what is your name, is a text-based data. Is a text-based data that has a lot of characters inside of it, put in between some double quotation marks. Then we are able to see another variant of that, just like in Kang, you are having different variants. You're able to see another variant of this. Again, this also has a lot of characters right over here that is put inside of a single quotation mark. Right, guys? Then we are able to see the numbers right over here, 3, 4, 7. We are able to see decimal points right over here, 3.5, 4.25, 7.73. All these are decimal numbers. We are able to see something called as false, something called as true. So these are the different types of data, okay, that is present all around us. Now in every, please try to understand this. Some of you might have learned some programming languages previously as well. So for some of you, this must be the very first programming language that you're learning. In every single program, data is all around you. Data is not going to change. It is always going to be around you. You have to deal with data itself. But please try to understand that the categorization of this data, the different kinds of data that exist, is different for every single programming language. So if you have learned some other programming language, and whatever data types that you have learned right over there is going to be very different from the data types that you're going to study right over here. Do not confuse in between them. Do not ask me that, sir, I learned this particular programming language and that this data was called as this. Now you're telling that its name is something different because this is a new programming language that you're learning. Every programming language has a different set of data types that are there. Okay, so all this data that you're able to see right over here have different names to it. And you can check up those names by typing type of. Okay, you can type of right over here. Whatever data that you want to check, what is the data type of a particular data in JavaScript, just enter that data inside of this parenthesis. For example, I want to check what is the data type of, let's say, Shaurya. Okay, space, some numbers, space, then some special characters. So that is called as a string. Okay, that is called as a string itself. Okay, similar to that, if I'm changing this up to single quotation marks, instead of using double quotation marks, I'm using single quotation marks itself. Okay, if I am running this particular line of code, as you're able to see, this is also called as string. Okay, the next data type that exists are numbers. Okay, so your 3, okay, is a number. Your 3.345 is also a number. All your integers, your negative numbers as well, negative decimal points are also numbers. Your negative integers are also numbers. So anything and everything is called as a number in JavaScript, guys. Your positive numbers, your decimal numbers, your negative numbers, everything will be called as numbers in your JavaScript. Okay, the next particular data type is basically your true and false values. Okay, true and false values is called as your Boolean data type. Okay, true and false values are called as Boolean data type. So can you guys let me know what are the 3 data types that we have learned just right now, guys? Could you guys let me know that? What are the 3 data types that we have learned just right now? Could you guys let me know? What are the 3 data types that you have learned up till now, guys? Please let me know. We have learned about number, Boolean, and strings. Okay, number, Boolean, and strings, guys. These are the 3 data types that you are going to learn in JavaScript right now. Okay, and you have already learned it actually. Okay, so these 3 data types that you were able to see right over here, this type of function is a particular, just like you are having alert that creates notification for you. You're having prompt that creates a notification wherein a user can give his input. This type of function basically gives you the data type of the object present inside of the parenthesis itself, whatever the data type is, okay, of that particular object, and that you are able to see on your screen. So string, Boolean, and numbers, these are the 3 data types that you need to know. Now in strings as well, there is a very, so for example, if I'm doing 3 plus 4, I'm getting 7. If I'm doing 3 plus 2.5, I'm getting 5.5. So if I'm using the plus operation, the addition operation on integers, I'm getting integers as, sorry, I'm getting numbers as the answer, right, guys? Please let me know. If I'm using the addition operation on numbers, I'm getting numbers as the answer. But the same does not happen if I'm using it on strings. If I'm doing this, okay, hello plus world, okay, if I'm writing hello plus world, the answer that is coming up is a new string that is basically concatenating both the strings together. That is basically attaching both the strings together. This is called as concatenation, because you cannot add 2 strings, right? It's not numbers that you can like, okay, hello and words, now the value is 15. Okay, that is not going to happen. Okay, so what is happening right over here is called as concatenation, wherein you have multiple words that you can concatenate, you can add. Okay, and that is the new word that you are able to see on your screen. That is hello world. That is what concatenation means. For those guys who don't know what is the meaning of concatenation, this is the meaning of concatenation. Okay, that is one word attached at the end of the other word, that is called as concatenation itself. They can attach as many words as possible. Okay, for example, hello, space, and world. Okay, I can attach three words right over here. The first word is hello, the second word is a space, and the third word is world. That will attach and will concatenate all the three words together into a single word. Will concatenate all the three words together into a single word, that is hello space world. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Good. So now again, whatever concepts that I'm teaching you guys, that will be utilized further down below. Understanding these basic concepts is very important. That is the reason I'm teaching you guys that as well. So right over here, guys, now the main question is, whenever I was using prompt, okay, whenever I was using prompt right over here, whatever I was filling as an input, okay, whatever I was filling as an input itself, I'm not able to utilize that. I want to use this input, so I need to save it somewhere. I need to save it somewhere. That is where a concept called as variables come into picture. Now, what is this variables? I don't know. Explain me like as if I was a 5-year-old guy. Let's try to understand it. Let's try to understand what are variables, and then we'll use it. Okay, no issues in that. We'll first try to understand what are variables, and then we'll use this. Okay, give me a second. Put this on the left hand side. Okay, guys, so let's try to understand something. Let's assume that, okay, let's assume that we are currently what should we assume? Okay, that's also a good question, right? What should we assume right now? Let's assume that we are a programmer. Okay, we have got a job, a very good high paying job. So this is us. Okay, so let me draw myself. Okay, specs, very little hair, a little bit of beard, a mustache. Okay, years. So this is me. Okay, this is me right over here, guys. So now what will happen is that I am a programmer. Let's assume that we have recently shifted to Bangalore. We got a job. We have finally made it. We are going to Bangalore. Okay, we have got the job as a software engineer, and our salary, let's assume, okay, the basic salary itself. So our salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Okay, our salary is 1 lakh rupees per month. Now, shifting to Bangalore, you need to live somewhere, right? You don't want to live inside of a PG. So you decided that I will take a home as a rent itself. I want to take up a home as rent itself. So let's assume we are taking up a home and rent. So our rent, okay, our rent is, let's assume 25,000 rupees. Our rent is 25,000 rupees itself. Okay. The next particular thing that we want to do is we want to, of course, in Bangalore, there's a lot of traffic. If you guys don't know that. In Bangalore, you cannot travel from one place to another if you don't have a two-wheeler. So we are going to take up a bike. Okay, we are going to take up a bike and we are going to do an EMI on that bike. So our EMI of the bike is also 25,000 rupees. That is the EMI of our bike as well. Now, of course, we are programmers. So we want to make ourselves look fit and like bulky and body and everything. So we are going to start going to gym. Right now, you look like this. Okay, so you decide that, okay, from now onwards, I need to start doing gym and shit. So you have taken up a subscription to a gym membership as well. So now you are going to gym as well. Okay, the gym membership fees is 5,000 rupees per month. Let's assume that. The gym membership fees is 5,000 rupees per month itself. So these are your expenses, and the main expense, tax. You have to pay tax. You are in the tax paying bracket itself. So now you have to pay taxes, and let's assume the rate of tax is 30%. Okay, the rate of tax is 30%, or let us write it down as, what is 30%? 0.3. Okay, let's write it down as 0.3 itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? This is what our expenses and our earnings is per month basis. Now you are a programmer. you don't want to sit every single month and fill up your taxes, or pay your EMI, pay your rent, pay your gym membership fees, calculate your savings, calculate your expenses. You don't want to do that. Okay, you don't want to do that at any particular point of time. So what are you going to do? You are going to write a program that is able to do that for you. Everything from paying up your taxes, calculating your taxes, to paying up your EMIs, paying up your gym membership fees, your rent as well, calculating your expenses, your savings, and the other things as well. You want to write a code for that. So let's do that. Okay, let's do that. So we'll start by first writing down the basics itself. So first we need to figure out what is our rent. Sorry, what is our tax? Okay, so let's assume our tax is 0.3. That is the rate. That is the rate of the tax, multiplied by 1 lakh rupees, that is your salary, minus your rent and your EMI. Okay, your rent and your EMI is tax deductible. You don't have to pay taxes on your rent and your EMI. So it is going to minus that 25,000 minus 25,000. Whatever this amount is, that will be your taxes. That will be your taxes. 0.3, that is the rate of the tax, multiplied by your earnings minus your rent and your EMI. That is tax deductible basically. Okay. The next thing that you're going to calculate is your expenses, right? You want to calculate your expenses as well. So what will be your expenses? Your expenses will be rent. Okay, 25,000 is your rent, plus your EMI, that is 25,000, plus your gym. These are your expenses. Okay, what are your expenses? Plus your gym as well, gym membership fees, as well as your taxes that you're paying. That is not your money. That is also one kind of expense itself. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Tax as well is one kind of expense itself for you guys. Right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. So we'll calculate that into expense as well. So we'll just copy paste this, Control C, Control V. We'll put it up right over here. This is also one kind of expense for you. Okay, this is also one kind of expense itself for you. Okay, now you want to calculate your savings. So what will be your savings? Your salary. Okay, your salary, whatever your salary was, that is 1 lakh rupees, minus your expenses. Am I right, guys? Your savings will be your salary minus your expenses itself. So I'll just copy paste it down below. So this will be your savings. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. This will be your savings itself. We'll put this into a parenthesis. This is all together, right? Now let's assume that all this code that you have written, that is able to do all this financial planning and financial stuff for you guys. A lot of other code is also there. These are just some lines of things that I have done for you guys, some calculations that I've done for you guys. Let's assume that you have written more than 10,000 lines of code. Okay, let's assume that you have written more than 10,000 lines of code, guys. 10,000 lines of code you have written to do all this. In one file, 10,000 lines of code you have written to do all these calculations, to do all your payments and everything for you. Okay, now your landlady, the person who you have taken up your house on rent, she is a very mean lady. So this is your landlady right over here. Let's draw your landlady. I will make it look like she's angry. Okay, I want to make her look like a menacing. Okay, she is your landlady, guys. Okay, she's a very mean lady. Very mean lady, guys. Okay, very mean lady. She came to know that you are a software engineer in Bangalore. That means you're earning a lot. She's like, nah. If you want to continue living in this particular house, okay, I'm going to increase your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. So that is what she has told to you. If you want to continue living in this particular house, she's going to increase your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees itself. So you have to contemplate now. Do you want to keep on living there? You are like, I have already shifted. I cannot shift once again. It will cost me a lot. The society is good. The society is amazing. I like my neighbors as well. It's just 5,000 rupees more that she's asking for. So you decide that, okay, I will pay the rest of the 5,000 rupees as well. I will pay 30,000 rupees as rent. So now your rent has been increased from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. But inside of your 10,000 lines of code, guys, if you remember, inside of your 10,000 lines of code, everywhere you have used 25,000 rupees as your rent. Do you guys remember that? Please let me know. Everywhere you have used 25,000 rupees as your rent itself. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. So now you have to go through all these 10,000 lines of code, and everywhere, wherever you have used the rent as 25,000 rupees, you have to change that to 30,000 rupees. In 10,000 lines of code, you have to do that. Now, some of you will be very smart. You will be like, yes, sir, it's a file. Okay, right. There are 10,000 lines of code. We want to change 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. I will do a control F, that is find, and control R, that is replace. I will do a find and replace, and I will find all the 25,000 rupees and change it to 30,000 rupees in just one go. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. You will find and replace all the 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. Very easy. But think about it. What will be the problem that you will be facing right over there? Can somebody let me know? What if you do that? If you do find and replace, what will be the problem that you will be facing right over there, guys? Think about it. Will there be any problem that you guys will be facing if you're doing a find and replace for all the 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees? The first person who answered the question was Umesh Kane. Umesh Kane, amazing for pointing that out. The EMI will also get changed. If you guys didn't see it, the EMI was also 25,000 rupees. The EMI was also 25,000 rupees. So if you do a find and replace, your EMI will also get updated to 30,000 rupees, and you don't want to do that. So what is the next best solution? The next best solution is to give a nickname to all the values. Instead of directly using values right over here like 25,000, 1 lakh, 0.3 itself, we are going to give a nickname to all these values. From now onwards, we are going to call 1 lakh rupees as SAL. We are going to call 25,000, this 25,000 rupees as rent. We are going to call this 25,000 rupees as EMI. We are going to call this 5,000 rupees as gym. We are going to call this 0.3 as rate. Okay. So we are giving a nickname to all these different values right over here. Now, if I'm going to rewrite that code, I'm going to write it as, I'm going to nickname this as well. Okay. I'm going to nickname this as well. Okay, I'm going to call it as tax. Tax is equals to rate, okay, multiplied by sal minus rent minus EMI. I'm just changing everything to those nicknames itself. I'm going to call this as expenses, EXP. Expenses is equals to rent plus EMI plus gym plus tax, because now we have given this a nickname of tax. We've given this a nickname of tax itself. If you guys saw right over here, we've given it a nickname of tax. So now we can, instead of writing all that down, we can directly write tax right over there. Then this can be renamed as save, SAVE, save is equals to sal minus EXP, that is expenses, sal minus EXP. And now I can delete all this code. All these numbers, all these values, we don't require it. So I will just delete that from right over here. We have replaced it with the new code. We have replaced all that with the new code itself, right, guys? So now this is your new code that we are able to see right over here. I'll just shift this to a little bit above. These are the 3 lines of code that is there. Now, if the landlady comes in and tells you that, okay, I want you to change your rent from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees, you don't have to look at these 10,000 lines of code. You don't even have to open these 10,000 lines of code, guys. You don't even have to open these 10,000 lines of code. You just have to come right over here to these nicknames that you have given right over here, guys. To these nicknames that you have given right over here, and update the EMI from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. So wherever, okay, wherever you have used rent as the word, now that value, that rent now refers, is the nickname for 30,000 rupees. Without even changing a single sentence from these 10,000 lines of code, you just have to look at these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of code itself. You have to look at these 5 lines of code itself and update this nickname from 25,000 rupees. Sorry, for the not for the EMI, for the rent. Okay, to update it from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. That's it. Okay, from 25,000 rupees to 30,000 rupees. And wherever inside of your code you have used the term rent, now it refers to 30,000 rupees. Okay, as simple as that, guys. As simple as that. So this concept of nicknaming, itself is called as variables. The concept of nickname itself is called as variables itself. And variables is used in every single programming language. Okay, every single programming language that is out there, this concept of variables will be there. Now in JavaScript, how do you create these nicknames? How do you create these variables? Okay, for example, if I want to create a variable called as rent, okay, I want to create a variable called as rent that contains a value of 25,000 rupees. It contains a value of 25,000 rupees. I just have to write var. I first have to declare that I'm creating a variable itself. Okay, I will write var 20 rent is equals to 25,000 and then semicolon at the end. That is how I can easily create a variable itself. Okay. So don't go for too basics, as every may have knowledge of those variables and all. Please come back to JavaScript. See, I'm able to understand for some of you guys, you must have learned about programming somewhere else and you must have learned about variables somewhere else. Not everybody does that. I have only one demand that is there. Okay. If you know something that's good for you, keep it within your own butts. Do not bring it outside. There are students in this bootcamp who don't know anything about variables. I'm not here to cater to just one student. I'm here to cater to everybody. Not everybody is from a programming background. Okay. I have to cater to everybody that is out there. For me, JavaScript is very basic. Should I not teach JavaScript? That is not the case. Otherwise, you won't even understand what I'm teaching. So I will always be going from the utmost basics. Because again, I'm not here for just one student. I'm here for everybody that is there. So if you know something, keep it in within your own butt. Do not bring it outside. Help other students out. Those who are facing some issues, if you know everything, just help them out, right? For example, I know a lot. I'm helping some of you guys. Similar to that, if you know a particular topic, help the other students who are not able to understand, right? So in that particular way, actually you can be more productive for me because I'm not going to change according to you. Of course, I will try to make sure that my aim is to understand, everybody is able to understand. That is mine. I will go as low as possible, as easy as possible to make you guys understand that. Some of you guys don't even know what is DevOps or cloud computing. Yesterday you came in, yesterday you were able to understand because of the way that I taught you guys. So those who knew what is cloud computing, what is DevOps, they might say, why are you teaching so basics? Move on to the next topic. How do you feel? Not good, right? Because you are not able to understand that. Do not make others feel low. Try to understand it. Make sure if you know something, help others out. That is your role. As a community, you can only grow in that particular way itself. Okay, so right over here inside of this programming language, that is JavaScript, to create a variable, it is very simple. First, you have to declare that you are creating a variable, that is var. Okay, that I'm going to create a variable. Next particular thing is you have to write the name of that variable itself. The name of that variable is rent right over here. And then you are having the value that is provided right over there. That is 25,000 rupees. Okay, that is the value that is present inside of the variable rent. Okay, now there are some naming conventions when it comes to naming a variable. Please try to understand this very carefully. Okay, when it comes to naming a variable, there is a naming convention that is out there. Some rules that you have to follow. Okay, some rules that you have to follow right over there. So I'm writing rent right over here, guys. I'm writing this variable called as rent right over here. Okay, so I'm going to divide this text rent into two parts. I'm going to divide it into two parts. The first part is just the first letter of that variable name. Okay, that first part is just the first letter of that variable name itself. Okay, and then the second particular part is the rest of the variable name. Okay, is the rest of the variable name, that is ent. Okay, that is ent itself. Are you guys able to understand it? Please let me know. There are two parts of a variable itself. The first part is called as R, that is the first letter of the variable name, and the second particular part is called as ent, that is the second half of the variable name itself. Now the naming convention is the first letter of a variable name, okay, cannot be a number. It cannot be a number. It should be either small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, or an underscore, itself. Now what do you mean by an underscore? Let me write it down right over here. So if I'm writing SHAU underscore RYA, so this is an example of an underscore, guys. This is an example of an underscore. Okay, so it can be a small a to z, it can be a capital A to Z, or an underscore itself. The rest of the variable name can be small a to small z, capital A to capital Z, okay, and underscore, or a number 0 to 7, okay, or a number as well. These are some basic variable naming conventions that you guys need to follow. Rules and regulations that you guys need to follow. So we'll keep it at that itself. We'll proceed further with utilizing the variables itself. The next thing that we want to see is how can we save, okay, what is coming from this prompt. We don't want, so whenever we are running this prompt, okay, I've written 0 to, okay, I'm very sorry, 0 to 9. Okay, I think so by mistake I have written 0 to 7. It is 0 to 9. I also don't know why I've written 0 to 7. Okay, it's 0 to 9, guys. 0 to 9. Why would it be 0 to 7? Okay, I'm so sorry for that. Okay, my mistake. So right over here, we'll go back. Okay, and we'll try to analyze this. So whatever is coming from the prompt itself, whatever is coming from the prompt inside the console, we want to put it inside of a variable itself. Inside of a variable. So what we're going to do is var. We are going to create a variable called as name, which is going to contain whatever is the input that the user is giving us. Okay, whatever is the input that was giving us. Okay, right over here, guys, as you are able to see, you are having prompt what is your name. Okay, and whatever is contained within that, whatever input that the user is giving right over there, that we are going to put it up inside of the variable called as name. Okay, that is what we are, where is the user input going to be stored? Inside of this variable called as name itself. So I'm running this particular line of code. As you're able to see, I'm writing my name, Shaurya Sinha. That name is not going to come up on your console. As you're able to see, nothing is coming up on your console itself. It has been saved. Whatever input that I gave right over here is saved inside of my variable called as name. That has been saved inside of my variable called as name itself. So right over here, if I write console.log and then I try to print out name itself, if I print out name itself right over here, guys. So as you are able to see right over here, we are getting Shaurya Sinha printed out on our screen. So now this name, variable name, contains Shaurya Sinha inside of that. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. We're getting Shaurya Sinha printed out on our screens. Okay, that's what name now contains Shaurya Sinha inside of that. Whatever the user gave an input as, now name, that is the variable, contains Shaurya Sinha inside of it. Okay, so now if I'm writing alert, hello, name, welcome to DevTown. I'm writing this particular line out, guys. Alert, hello, then I'm concatenating it with name. What does name contain? The string Shaurya Sinha. Okay, name contains the string Shorasana itself, and then you are having welcome to DevTown right over here. So I press enter right over here. As you're able to see, we are getting our text, our alert saying hello Shorasana, welcome to DevTown. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this and understand it? Please let me know, guys. Right? So that is how you can utilize. So whatever we have learned up till now, we have learned data types, we have learned alert, we have learned prompt, we have learned variables, we have learned concatenation, and all that, everything that we have learned up till now, that we have used in one single line of code. Everything that we have learned up till now, we have used it into just one single line of code itself. And that is the main important point right over here. Okay, good. Now, I don't know why, but nobody asked me this question, and I was pretty disappointed by that. Why are we getting this undefined right over here? Every time that we are running our code, sometimes we are not getting it. Sometimes we are not getting undefined right over here. Okay. But sometimes we are getting some text written right over here as well. We are getting undefined right over here. We're getting undefined right over here. What is this undefined and why is it coming from? Okay. What is this undefined and why is it coming from? I thought somebody will be asking me that, but I was not able to see a single question like that. I was a little bit disappointed with that. No issues in that. So now we are going to understand something called as functions. Okay, and once we are able to understand what is functions, what is its utilization, how does function work, then you will be able to understand what is this undefined and why is it coming up on your screen. Before that, trying to understand what is undefined is very difficult. You won't be able to understand it. So first we'll learn about functions. We'll learn what is functions, why is it used, why is it so important, and we'll use functions as well. And then we'll understand what is this undefined coming up on our screen. Okay, so let's get started with that, guys. So we have learned about variables, right? We have learned about variables itself. Now, variables is like nickname for values, right? Some value is there, and for that we have given it a nickname. That is what variables are. So variables basically contain this value itself. Okay, variable contains this value inside of it, right, guys? Now, similarly, if you think about it, you are having something called as functions. Okay, you are having something called as functions. Instead of, so they are also like nicknames. Okay, they are also like, okay, it is a little bit different. We are going to understand it. For right now, think about it in such a way, they are also like nicknames, guys. But instead of values, these are nicknames for pieces of code. Okay, pieces of code. The functions basically contain some lines of code inside of it. That is the basic, on a very, very basic level. Okay, just to understand it initially itself. Okay, we are treating that, okay, functions, just like variables, contain values inside of it. Okay, variables are nicknames for values. Similar to that, functions are nicknames to pieces of code. Okay, are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know. Okay, so I just for an example itself, I don't like these type of fellows. So just setting up an example right over here. Sampath has asked, if you don't give the attendance link, I will exit. So we'll make sure that his dreams comes true. I always suggest that whatever my students ask, I will do that for them. So I will make him exit from right over here. So I'm just removing it from the entire channel itself. Good, Sampath. Enjoy your life. Do not try to make me angry. Okay. Good. Okay. So I think you should explain keywords const, let, and var. MD Bilal. Again, like I said, try to understand one thing. I take things from the utmost basics. I will be explaining you those concepts eventually, but I have my own paths that I follow. I take it one step at a time. I don't jump from like making you just understand about variables and then like let's understand about let and var as well. You don't even know where variables are used. How will I explain you where let and const are used? Let us reach that particular level wherein we are able to understand, okay, these are other things that we want to do. VAR cannot achieve that. Then these are the other options that are available. So one more thing, guys. I understand some of you guys are new to this, new to my boot camp. Okay, it's the other way around. I tell how you are going to learn, not you telling me how you are going to learn. Okay, so be patient. There's a lot. This is just the first day. This first day of starting to learn JavaScript, right? We have 7 more days to go. Be patient. There's a lot that we are going to study in the next 6 days. Just sit right over here. Okay, understand what you are learning. If you face any problems in that, let me know and I will help you guys out. But if you are trying to do some shit in my class, I won't buy it. Okay, good. So let's continue from right over there. So like I said, guys, okay, what was I talking about? I just forgot about that. Functions. Okay, now if you saw one thing, while we were working in the console, we were running just one line of code at a time. Were you guys able to see that? Please let me know. Lucy? Lucy? Yeah. Guys, give me a second. Okay, I need to shift my cat to the next room. It's meowing. I don't know why. I want to meet my cat. I have one cat right over here. Do you want to meet her? Okay, let me show you guys my cat. Lucy. Say hi. Say hi. Okay, so her name is Lucy. With the time comes, every day I will introduce to one of my pets. Okay, do not worry about it. I'll shift her to the next room. Lucy. Okay, so let's get started with that, guys. Okay, so we'll go back. So if you saw one thing while we were using the console itself, we were able to write just one line of code at a time, right, guys? Please let me know. We were only able to write one line of code at a time itself. But usually when you're working with code, you will write more lines of code. You won't be just writing just one line of code and it's done. That's it. You'll be writing multiple lines of code out there. So right over here as well, inside of the console, you can write multiple lines of code. For doing that, there is a particular way of doing that. So let us write this. Okay, var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? I don't want to run this particular line of code, guys. I don't want to run this particular line of code. I want to keep on writing more lines of code itself. For that, I have to click on Shift Enter. If you just press enter, that will run this particular line of code. I don't want to run it. I want to keep on writing more lines of code. For that, you have to write, you have to do Shift Enter, guys. Shift Enter. Okay, Shift Enter. As you're able to see, we are going into the next particular line of code itself. Okay, right, guys? Please let me know. You're able to go into the next particular line of code right over here. You can continue writing your code. So I will write alert. Hi name, welcome to DevTown. Okay, hi name, welcome to DevTown itself. Okay, so now when I press enter, now I want to run these two lines of code together. So now I press enter. As you're able to see, what is your name? So I will enter a name from the live chat itself. Anil, A-N-I-L, Anil Kumar. I'm going to write Anil Kumar itself right over here. I'm going to press enter. As you're able to see, we are getting the second particular line also getting executed. It is hi Anil Kumar, welcome to DevTown. Okay, hi Anil Kumar, welcome to DevTown right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. So you can run multiple lines of code all the time, but it's a very like lengthy process, right? every time you have to remember not to press enter, press shift enter to continue writing your code, and all this time getting wasted at all times pressing shift enter by mistake. Okay, by mistake, if you press enter, then it's not working correctly. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please let me know. Will not work correctly if I press enter by mistake. Okay, so that won't work properly. So all that is continuously, like, it's a very tedious work. Okay, so for that reason, we will not be writing our code inside of console. Okay, what we will be doing is, if you click on these more tabs, okay, you are having elements, console, then you are having sources. Okay, I want you guys to go to sources itself. Okay, in the options, console, elements, sources, network, performance, memory, application security, lighthouse, recorder, performance insights. I want you guys to select sources from right over there. This is our sources, guys. As you're able to see, I've opened up sources right over here. Okay, inside of sources, click on this show navigator. Okay, click on this show navigator right over here, guys. And then you can click, select snippets. Okay, you're having page, file system, then you're having overrides, content scripts, and snippets. Okay, I want you guys to select snippets from right over here. I want you guys to select snippets from right over here, guys. Click on new snippet, write the name of this snippet. You can name it as anything. Okay, for example, as you're able to see, I'm having next.index.js, I'm having prashant.js, prince.js, shaurya.js. You can name it as anything, just attach .js at the end. Okay, because it's a JavaScript file. Okay, because it's a JavaScript file itself. For example, I'm going to name it as next.js. Okay, I'm going to name it as next.js. So this file that I've created right over here, okay, is called as next.js, guys. Okay, next.js. Okay, inside of this, I'm going to write all my JavaScript code. This is JavaScript file, guys. You're having a .ppt file, .docs file, .pdf file, all these different files that you're having. Similar to that, this is a .js file. Okay, it's a JavaScript file which contains JavaScript code inside of it. Just like you write it in a Word document itself, the similar way you're going to write your code right over here. For example, I'm going to write var name is equals to prompt. What is your name? Question mark, semicolon. I just have to press enter to go to the next line of code. I just have to press enter to go to the next line of code itself. Then I will be continuing to write my code. Alert, hi space plus name space plus space. Welcome to. As simple as that. As simple as that, guys. Again, I will just make you guys understand where did I get it from. We were at console. Okay, select sources from right over there. There are a lot of different options right over here. I want you guys to select sources from right over there. Instead of sources, click on this left button on the top left corner. You are having this show navigator button itself. Okay, inside of that, you have to select snippets. Okay, you are having your page, snippets, then file system, overrides, content scripts. I want you guys to select snippets from right over there. I want you guys to create a new snippet as well. Now, what do you understand by the term snippet in normal English? Could you guys let me know what do you understand by the term snippet in normal English, guys? Snippets are basically small pieces of code that you want to run together. Okay, small pieces of code that you want to run together. Whenever you want to write small piece of code, you call it a snippet, a small piece of code itself. Right over here, we are writing a small piece of code inside of this file. Once we have finished writing this code, you have to do Control S to save it. You have to do Control S to save it. After that, you have to click on this particular button called as Control plus Enter. Down below, you will be able to see this play button, right, guys? Are you guys able to see this play button? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this play button down below, guys? Please let me know. This play button or Control plus Enter, you just have to click it and it will run all the code that is present inside of your file called as index.next.js. Okay, whatever code that you've written that is present inside of the file, okay, inside of the file next.js, you're going to click on this particular play button and that will execute all the code present in that file. So right over here we are having just 2 lines of code. Var name is equal to prompt what is your name, and alert hi name, welcome to DevTown. Okay, so if I'm clicking on this particular play button right over here, it will run all that lines of code for me. So I'm having what is your name, so I'm writing Shaurya right over here, and I'm hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Okay, hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown. Like I said guys, you will not be able to understand undefined. We will be trying to understand undefined once we have learned functions. Okay, we have not started learning functions. We'll be learning it tomorrow. Okay, so once we have learned functions tomorrow, then I will be making you guys understand what is this undefined and why is it coming from. Right now, please be quiet about it. Okay, so hi Shaurya, welcome to DevTown itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Good. So the learning portion will stop it right over here itself. I'm able to see some of the students have got like, okay, this is too much for us. Okay. So one more thing, guys, I wanted you guys to understand. Okay. Some of you guys were not able to attend yesterday's class. Okay. Some of you guys were not able to attend yesterday's class. So think about today's class as the very first class. Okay. Think about today's class as the very first class itself. And we are going to consider your attendance from today's class only. Okay, we are going to consider your attendance from today's class only. This bootcamp is associated with you getting 3 certificates. Okay, the first certificate is from DevTown, the second certificate is from Google, and the third certificate is via Microsoft. There are 3 certificates associated with this particular bootcamp, guys. Okay, you are going to get your certificates on the basis of 2 criteria. Very simple. All the 3 certificates are given to you guys on the basis of just 2 criteria. First, are you guys paying attention in the class or not? Very simple, very easy. Second, are you attending the classes on time? Are you punctual in the class? Do you have all the attendances or not? As simple as that. If you have 100% attendance and you are paying attention in the class, you will get your certificates. Now, what do I mean by you are not paying attention in the class? If anybody is writing attendance in the live chat while I'm teaching, that student can just think about that. Even if he has 100% attendance, he is not going to get his certificates because he was not listening to me while I was teaching. He was just paying attention on getting the attendance. You got the attendance, but you will not get the certificate. As simple as that. Okay. So if you are paying attention in the class, you are on time in the class, only then you're going to get the certificates, otherwise not. Now, how am I going to check whether you are on time in the class or not? Very important question. Arey bhai, how will you check whether we are on time in the class or not? Every single day, the classes will be of 90 minutes long. Okay. The classes will be of minimum 90 minutes long. And I'm going to take 2 attendances every single day. Once at the start of the class. Second, in between the class or at the end of the class, whenever I feel like, yeah, right now is the right time to take up the attendance. Then I will be taking up the attendance itself. For example, today there is just 1 attendance. From tomorrow itself, there will be 2 attendances. If you miss out any one of the attendance as well, you're not going to get any certificates because you are not present in the class. If you're not present in the class, you're not learning. And if you're not learning, why would I give you the certificate? We are not charging you anything for the certificates. We are not saying you to pay for the certificates. Each of these certificates will cost you 2,000 rupees. But you're not asking for any money. We are asking you guys to come up to the class, to learn in the class, and to get your certificates, your well-deserved, hard-earned certificates itself. If you're not present in the class, you're not coming to the class on time, the timings of the class is fixed. It is going to start at 7:30 in the evening and it is going to end around 9 or 9:15. That's it. The timings is going to be the same. We are not going to change it. If you're not present in the class live, you're not going to get the certificates as well. It's as simple as that. Are you guys able to understand it? Please do let me know. And please, guys, I'm able to still see some students writing, I didn't get the certificates. These are those students who don't listen to me carefully. Students who get the certificates, post the certificates directly on LinkedIn. So, if you are there in the class from tomorrow onwards, live at 7:30, you fill up both the attendances every single day for 7 days. Only then you're going to get the certificates. Then do not come to me at a later point of time saying that I didn't get the certificate. You don't deserve it as well. That is the reason why you didn't get it. It's as simple as that. Okay? Fair rules, right? Nothing too complicated as well. Come, sit, study, learn, get your certificates, try to achieve something in life. That's it. Okay? Good, guys. Amazing. Okay. Now, coming to today's attendance. Okay. I'll be sharing the attendance in the next 5 to 10 minutes. First, I want to know, did you guys like today's class or not? Were you guys able to enjoy, at least enjoy today's class? I know some of the students got scolded by me a little bit, but they deserved it according to me. So, did you guys enjoy today's class? Did you guys learn in today's class? Some of you guys must have learned this previously as well. I'm able to understand that. So I saw that frustration in some of the students. Like I said, I start from the basics. So yeah, it will take me some time to reach to the advanced. But make sure that you're learning every single day. That is my aim. That's the reason why we don't have breaks as well. In the bootcamp, we have continuous bootcamps throughout the year. Because we want to inculcate that habit within students that they are learning every single day. They're not running away from the learning aspect. Okay, developing that habit within the students. Okay, so if you guys like today's class, I will request all of you to like today's video and subscribe to the channel as well. The reason for that is very simple. These certificates, the Microsoft and the Google certificates are not our certificates. We don't produce these certificates. These are from Microsoft and Google directly. So we are in partnership with these companies. So these companies ask us for the reports for every single bootcamp. These companies judge on the basis of how many people attended the bootcamp, how many people enjoyed the bootcamp, that is via the likes, how many people joined the community, that is via the subscribers count itself. And we have to provide that information to these companies so that they keep on giving us free certificates to be given to you guys every single bootcamp. So if you guys liked today's class, you guys enjoyed today's class, it will take you less than a minute. I will be creating your attendance for today. It will take you guys less than a minute. Scroll a little bit down. There are two buttons. One is for the like, a thumbs up button, and the other one is a red color button that I want you guys to convert into gray. That is subscribe to the channel. So do these two things, guys. We'll take an aim for let's assume there are 2,200 people. Let's take an aim of like 2,000 likes and subscribes. Okay, let's take an aim of 2,000 likes and subscribes, guys. So once we are able to reach 2,000 likes and subscribes, I will be sharing today's attendance. In the meanwhile, I will be creating the attendance, guys. We are still somewhere around 800 likes and subscribes below. So while you guys are increasing the likes and subscribes, I will create the attendance for you guys. Okay, give me a second. I will create the attendance for you guys right now. Okay, so I'll make a copy of the attendance, guys. So once we are able to reach 2,000 likes and subscribes, then I will be sharing the attendance with you guys. Okay, once we are able to reach 2,000 likes and subscribes, then I will be sharing today's attendance with you guys. I'll just write it once again right over here, otherwise you guys will be confused. Day 1, once again. Once we are able to reach somewhere around 2,000 likes and subscribes, guys, I will then share the attendance with you guys. I'm currently creating the attendance for you guys. Okay, I'm creating the attendance for you guys right now. So okay, we have reached a good amount. No issues in that, guys. So I'm able to understand. Many of you guys were able to understand. Okay, so 700 people did not like the class. That's no issues in that. So I'm going to provide you guys with the attendance link right over here in the live chat. Please understand this, guys. Okay, please understand this, that the attendance link is going to be open for the next 10 minutes only. Okay, the attendance link will be open, okay, for the next 10 minutes only. From tomorrow onwards, we'll get just 5 minutes to fill out the attendance. You have to do it within the class itself. Today, I'm giving you guys 10 minutes to fill out your attendance. From tomorrow onwards, it will just be 5 minutes. Okay, so learn how to fill up the attendance today itself. If you guys are facing any problems, the attendance is not opening up, or any kind of that kind of problem you guys are facing up, just refresh your attendance. Just refresh your attendance, guys. From tomorrow onwards, there will be 2 attendances. If you miss out on even one of the attendances, you are not going to get any certificates. From tomorrow onwards, there will be 2 attendances. You miss out one attendance, you are not going to get any certificates. Tomorrow onwards, there will be 5 minutes to fill out your attendance. Today, you are getting 10 minutes to fill out your attendance. If you are facing any issues with filling up the attendance, just refresh the page. Just refresh the page itself. So right over here, guys, I'm giving guys the attendance link in the live chat. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Just refresh the attendance link if you are not able to access it. The attendance link is in the live chat, guys. I will be provided. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:06. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:06. Please start filling up the attendance link right now. The attendance link will be closed exactly at 9:06. Please start filling up the attendance link right now itself, guys. Manav Kumar Patel, there's nothing that can be done for that. Only live attendance will be counted. So even if you're outside India, manage your time according to the same. Okay, please start filling up your attendance, guys. The attendance link will be open up till 9:06, guys. 9:06. Set an alarm for 9:06. What is the benefit of the certificates which we are getting? Does it help to get jobs? Please reply. Arnav Chowdhury, only your knowledge helps you get the jobs. Certificates basically showcase in your interviews what knowledge did you have, and on the basis of that, the questions will be asked. Certificates are important, but just certificates are not going to get you any jobs. Whatever you learn, whatever your knowledge that you are having, plus certificates help you getting in jobs. Okay. No, Rutvik, it would not be helpful for you. Okay, please do not waste your time. That will be my suggestion. Okay, the DevOps class, which Whistle, has been put up on the website on our class itself. Please check it out. PM, the link is working. Okay, I've already told, if the link is not working, just refresh the page. But you're not listening to me carefully. As you're able to see, people have filled up the attendance right over here. Okay. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and it was great having you guys in the class as well. So please make sure that you guys are on time in tomorrow's class. Will that be fine, guys? Please let me know. Can I expect you guys on time in tomorrow's class? Please let me know, guys. Shake, just refresh the link. It will open it up. Okay. Link is working, guys. These people are not idiots. Almost 1,200 people have already filled up the attendance. 1,300 people. These guys are not idiots. These guys listen to me carefully. That is the reason why they know how to fill up the attendance. If you guys are not listening to me carefully, then there's nothing that I can do about it. Okay. The attendance is working absolutely fine, guys. Okay, there's no issues with that. Please make sure that you are just refresh the attendance link if it is not working for you. Just refresh it. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. I expect you guys to be in class for tomorrow's class itself. It would be amazing to have you guys in the class, and we'll continue from right over there. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Thank you, guys. You guys can leave the class. The class is over. We will meet in tomorrow's class on time at 7:30, and we'll be continuing from right over there. Okay. Why did that happen? So if you guys are getting that error of traffic, just refresh the page. I've told it almost 5-6 times itself. Okay, just refresh the page itself. Thank you so much, guys. We'll meet in tomorrow's class at the same time at 7:30, and we'll continue with our class learning process from tomorrow onwards. It was amazing meeting you guys right over here. I had an amazing time with you guys as well. Please make sure that you guys are coming to the class on time. We will be learning a lot. We'll be continuing with our functions. We will be continuing with our undefined. We'll start with our React from tomorrow itself. That will be our aim for tomorrow, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead. Please revise everything that we have learned today. I will meet in tomorrow's class, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye, guys.